Sunny South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
You know what a piragüero is?
Afraid.
Piragua, ting, 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 ting. Welcome to the Cafe Brew. We're a little bit late today. We got some in-house stuff.
Is that what you call that?
In-house stuff.
I'd call it
I call it a rant in the
rant
rain.
is what I call it.
Rant in the rain. No, it wasn't
Man,
rant.
I got to tell you, it's a good thing you don't have daughters.
It's not a rant.
What was it?
It's
If you were my father,
it's a get up and go.
if you were my father, I'd be in tears.
Get the hell out of here.
I know.
Get
God
outta
knew
here.
He gave you boys because they could handle your
Stop
rant. I'm
it.
like,
What
oh my
rant?
goodness.
It's not a rant.
What was it?
It ain't rant. It is, there is a price to pay to go to the next level. I know that everybody out there thinks they have the answer to everything. I know that everybody, I heard people walking out of here that were mad at me saying, oh, everybody does this. Okay, then go do it. But in my house, you're going to do it just the one way, the best way. That's all I want. I'm not asking for nothing that I wouldn't do myself.
And I got to tell you what B said. One of our interns that got hired, and she's working down in Miami. She said the one thing that she would give everyone's advice is learn how to do between 5 and 10 things per day by 5 o'clock.
And doing it at the same time.
And doing it at the same time. 5 to 10 projects a day. They don't go into the next day because, as we always say, news is now, news is not tomorrow. If we didn't air a segment today, then it's probably not newsworthy tomorrow. And you got to get it done before 5 o'clock. Can someone get him a water bottle, please? Thank you.
I was telling Slick and Double R and the ladies that there is no do-overs in this business. You either get it right or you won't get it wrong. And when you get it wrong, you got to try to
Thanks,
figure out
Slick.
why. Why is it that it's not working? Why do I have I got allergies.
Because I have to tell you, though, we have one of the most dedicated, I call them a crew, because I don't think they're a staff, that's someone else called them yesterday, one of the most dedicated crew, that when they get up and they try it again, and they try it again, and they try it again, and they try it again.
They go to war.
And part of what we do is we teach, and they learn, and we teach again. So it may not be perfect on somebody else's end, but they are learning, and this is part of what we do as a program, as an internship program, is they learn and they try again.
And again, I'm not asking for perfection.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I know that when they do something that doesn't work, they get frustrated. And I want to be able to say, okay, so we're going to roll up our sleeves, we're going to figure it out, we're going to get it done.
We figure out a way that makes it work for everyone. And doesn't mean that our 1, 2, 3 is the right way. Maybe it's 3, 2, 1. But it's, at the end of the day, the end product is what we are looking for.
That's right. And we do a lot of productions, a lot of shows, and sometimes I drop the ball, and I'm going to man up to it. I want to apologize to all county right on the air and everything else. I put a show out there that had nothing to do with that. And I was so intent on getting that information out because if you see all the write-ups and the numbers of the shows yesterday, and people thanking those 2 kids that were on here with Steve from New York Sounds about how they helped get them unemployment. And the staggering numbers that were involved in this thing, if you look at that show.
How long was the show?
With who?
Slick, do you know how long it was?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
It was 20, 25 minutes.
20, so it was a full show segment.
It was. But I was so intent on trying to get that information out because I wanted to help people.
It just kept going, so much information.
Because they don't even do this. This is not what they do. They're actually DJs.
But it was nice though, like they free-flowed into the whole conversation. I'm like,
And people were asking me if they can put them on their shows. And I mean, this is what we're all about, is to
This
get
is
it out
what we
there.
do, right? We share information and we share things. And I saw Kenny Love. I saw the segment on Channel 12 from on Friday that he put that out. That was a nice piece they put together. Teddy's on the floor on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, I know. If, go around so that you can maybe pull a wire for her, see if she's running wire. The funny thing is that Kenny Love segment, Did you see how they edited and they put that whole thing beautiful, beautiful?
It was beautiful, beautiful. I said that to you. It was beautiful, beautiful.
And you didn't recognize Kenny Love, did you? And the funny thing is that that whole Channel 4 thing came out. It came out perfectly. The timing on this thing was perfect. I send it out to everybody so they can say it does work. You know, the platform does work. Kenny has a fantastic message. And going back to Slick, it's all about the timing.
Yeah.
It's all about the timing. I mean, he's come up with an idea that is tremendous. He's helping as many people as he can with it. And it was a nice segment that they put together. And we had the benefit of having the ladies that are, the lady that's providing him with the roses. She is now a guest, she's now one of the hosts of Fuego. And I didn't know all the information that she had, singers and everything she's gonna be bringing into that show. And we talked about the flowers, and we talked about the frequency when she was on our show, and how these flowers, Kenny has picked the right flower at the right moment.
The right flower, the right moment, the right florist. It's all about the timing. And I love our network of people. And yesterday, guys, wait till you see what's coming next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we are starting, do we dare tell?
Yes, let's do that.
A Spanish karaoke and a TikTok dance segment. And
It's
she's
a
spectacular.
Fuego Comedy Tuesday.
So she has a dance studio in Boca that everybody knows of, at least the ladies do, Loy Bells. So we met with Loy Bell yesterday through Danielle Bourgeon. She was one of the models that was here on Friday. And she's going to teach a TikTok, or she's going to do Spanish karaoke, but something to bring some fun into summer because people aren't really going away. Miami is now not reopening. Miami is pulling back because Jackson Memorial Hospital is getting filled up. People are not going into stage 2, which means summer is here, so let's enjoy some summer. Let's bring some summer fun to these shows. So I'm excited. I'm going to learn a TikTok, and you are going to laugh at me. I was so embarrassed yesterday when she said we're going to do Zumba here. We're going to do. I have a Zumba guy I want to call actually also. It's
But
going to be a
she's-
lot of fun.
But she was a whole different personality, and instead of just doing another segment
Interview
of
show, right.
interviews and things like that, we're going to be doing Cheat That Tuesday, which is Comedy Tuesday. And some of the things that she's going to have is you're going to do something funny. And you're going to do lip syncing in Spanish. So Slick, you're going to be singing in Spanish. And they're going to show you the words of how to say it and everything else, and you're going to have to act it out. And there's going to be a winner on this thing. I mean, what she wants to do is, huh?
A winner.
A winner.
Yeah,
And
his
there may be
English is
women
so
too.
very sexy.
There may be women too. All right. And Jared, go in that direction if they need help. And the funny thing about this whole thing was that it came to us when it came to the door. Monica is also going to be part of the show, and she's in the real estate business of what she does, and she's bringing a different aspect.
And
to
then
this
now
thing.
we've got Maggie Cook from Tampa. She's going to, I sent you, do you see what the name of the show? I forwarded it to you last night in
I
Spanish.
saw that. Yeah. So we're gonna have another Spanish show with Maggie, and we're gonna have another Spanish show with Maria.
Yes?
Also, Atrévete is coming. So there's 3 or 4 or 5 different shows. And then Fuego is going to be a 5-day-a-week program. And we're going to change it up. Now, it's funny because the lady on Tuesday, the lady you know, which I would never remember her name.
Loy Bell?
Yeah, Lloyd Bell.
I only can remember one is because that studio is so well known in Boca that that is the place to go as a dance studio is Loy Bell's. It's one of the East Boca places to be seen.
Well, she is, she wants to do more than that. She wants to do dances. She wants to teach people how to dance. Have you seen some of her videos?
No, I've
High
seen
intensity.
her. I've seen her though, and if you look like her, it would have to be high intensity. I'm a little intimidated, I got to tell you, to dance next to her because she's absolutely magnificent, but so nice and a great sense of humor and a great heart, and 6 foot 8 feet of legs is what she is.
Is
Beautiful.
that what you call her?
Yeah, pretty much.
She's
8
5
foot of
foot
legs,
8.
but she's 8 feet of legs and body, and she's just beautiful.
Well,
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And she has a lot of great personality. And also, I want to announce that we are going to do Mama in the Ring, Mama Ali, Muhammad Ali's
I want to find out what we're
ex-wife.
doing with that piece that she left us of Muhammad Ali, that sign poster. Are we framing it? Are we hanging it?
We're
Are
framing
we
it and
auctioning
hanging it, but we're not auctioning that.
So
no.
that's ours, so I need to get
Actually,
it framed.
she told me yes, but she signed it to us. So I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't think so. She did.
Yeah, and the color pen she uses the wrong color, but it's great. You can see it.
So get a frame for it?
Yes.
I was wondering because it's laying on the table, which I'm
No,
afraid
we need
to
a
leave.
frame.
Okay.
And I need to ask her, she left the golden glove from Muhammad that he won to auction, and I don't find it, so I'm a little worried. I hope she took it.
Let's give her a call. I think she took it, so it's all good.
All right.
But we got a lot of things. See the Spanish network you wanted. We're meeting with a new kids show author today.
We still have proposals on the table that we haven't done. We
I
have
just
the-
need
Rich and
another
Famous.
24 hours in the day.
Well, you don't
another,
have 24 hours in the day.
I need 48 hours in my
You
day.
don't have that either.
I know, but let's
We have
recreate
the
it.
real estate people that we have to get back to.
Oh, by the way, did you see? Now they say, realtors are now reporting that there is an influx of people moving down from the Northeast into Florida.
I don't know why the influx. I told them that weeks ago.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm laughing at it. 'Cause
I'm
I really
laughing.
think people listen to me. Oh, but did you see what just passed in the Supreme Court?
Yes. With the gays and lesbians.
Yes, because you're so politically correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's it called?
LGBTQ.
I can't remember all those letters. IA what?
LGBTQIA plus.
When I was growing up, it was gay and lesbian.
You cannot now
You
discriminate.
can't say that?
You can't discriminate in the workplace. You cannot fire people based on their gender.
You can never do that. People were doing that. You can't touch other people either. M2 show that, right?
Well, they were
We
saying
too.
sexuality was one thing. If you were gay or lesbian, you couldn't base it on sexuality. Now you cannot base it on gender either. If you're transgender, if you are all those other acronyms that Teddy just told us,
Oh, you don't even know them.
LGBTQAI plus.
A1 plus.
I don't
I
know
know
what they
that.
all stand for. AI plus.
AI plus.
What's A
What's
stand
A
for?
stand for?
Or I. Let's find out what that stands for.
Well, let me tell you.
But that was a huge ruling that just came down
Yes,
of
it is.
equality and humanity. So
That's
I
right.
think that's amazing.
And it makes it a federal offense if you do it, which is that's really heavy time. You know, you can go away for months locally, but when the feds get involved, you're looking at years.
Look how far we've come from giving women the right to vote. But yet, we still protest because we still protest. But
Well,
maybe
did
we're
you
on
see
the
the
step in the right
latest
direction.
in New Mexico? Did you see what happened down there?
No,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know. Tell me.
There was a statue from the conquistadors
Oh, yeah.
coming in. Now, do you know anybody know about the conquistadors? Do you guys study history in school? The conquistadors were
This one
from
actually answers
Spanish
you.
and came over, and they landed in South America and I guess Mexico, and they took over the land. So the conquistadors come over, and they, you know, with the Incas and the Indians and all that, and they came on horses, and everybody thought that the horse and the man were combined, and they made pictures of that, and we thought they were aliens. But anyway, there was a statue, and they wanted to pull the statue down because they don't want the conquistadors. Now, this is history. This has nothing to do with anything. This is pure history. It happened. You can't undo it. And they wanted to pull it down, and there was a group of individuals who are standing firm to keep the statue who opened fire, critically wounding somebody. He's in the hospital. The statue's still there. City's taking the statue down now because now it's an unsafe statue. Okay? So, I just want to know how everybody feels about that. I mean, I understand Black Lives Matter. I learned that lesson. I've learned. I'm getting educated and everything else. The conquistador. So are we going to do away with all statues?
All history? I don't know. We got to hear the other sides of the story. You have to hear both sides and the third
saying
side
the
of the
same
story
thing.
to see why people take offense to it. Because history books are written one way. History books are not inclusive to everybody, I don't think.
But
So
why
you have
would
to find out.
anybody put a statue up commemorating something like that? Like President Trump is fighting now to keep Fort Bragg and all those Confederate names on the forts. Well, why'd you name them Fort Bragg to begin with? I mean, why? And if you're going to change the name, why? Because you think I'm taking something away
Well,
from
why are
you?
they rechanging the name of plantation? I mean, it's so many things, but Valerie, I think, found an answer. LGBTQAI plus is.
So I is for intersex, A for ally or asexual, depending on whom you're talking to,
okay.
and often the plus sign meant to cover anyone else who's not included.
Okay,
So
interesting.
they're covering the whole gamut.
Yep.
And they finally got that, because I heard there was in the Supreme Court for a long time.
That was a tremendous win. It just shows that people are accepting of other people, and it goes all the way up to that level. So I think that's a nice thing.
You think it's a nice thing?
I do, because you know what? If it had gone the other way, which it could have,
It would have been another serious
But
situation.
it didn't. It means that people's voices are being heard, and they're being heard at a higher level than just locally. That's being heard at a higher level than our police force. It's being heard at a higher level. It's being heard by mankind and those that govern, and all those people that say you keep government out of it. This is, in essence, where government is in it, and I'm hoping that people, there are going to be some that aren't happy with this decision, by the way. I just want you to know that.
I'm going to be sitting next to, to Valerie as I keep moving. You know, the funny thing about this, did you see what happened in Atlanta?
We should switch our sides. No, mine's okay. Where are
That's
you
fine.
looking?
Leave it alone. Leave it
Okay.
alone. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened in Atlanta?
Sure.
No. It's okay. Leave it alone. You see what happened in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get any of this fighting.
No,
or
I
brutality.
don't understand how a police officer can shoot he had his taser, which is bad policing. Just bad policing. Running in that direction, shoots the taser at the cop, and the cop behind him opens fire.
I don't understand any of it. I really need to take a step back of all of this, and I think everyone should take a collective step back and take a deep breath and say, you know what, we are all in this together. We're not all the same. I understand everyone's in a different situation, but as mankind and as humanity, we are all in this, on this planet together, and it would be a whole lot nicer if we actually came together. And if we don't understand someone else's point of view, instead of fighting and saying you're wrong, listen.
But hold
you
on.
got 2 years
But
to
I-
listen
but-
as much.
But hold on, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Put the nice to the side.
I can't, but I'll try for you
Well,
for a moment.
put it to the side.
All right. Okay.
If you want to have a gun,
You have a
can
right to
we
have a gun.
agree that you're going to have a sense of responsibility with it?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have a responsibility with it?
And if
Okay.
you're a police officer,
Hold
do you
on.
have more of a responsibility?
You do.
Yes.
Well, hold on. But the question I have for you, you can only use a weapon allegedly in this country, and I use that loosely, if you feel your life is in danger. This is not the Wild Wild West anymore, where you can walk into a room and say, I feel my life is in danger, and shoot everybody in it.
I got to tell you, I don't know how our kids feel, your age group and younger, to wake up every morning and see what this world has come to. I mean, at our age, whatever age that is, it's disheartening for me. I can't imagine raising a child in this and trying to explain to them what this is like and why.
But you have to.
I mean, do you think that's, I mean, we're in 2020. This should not be a thing.
Why?
We should not have racial divide we should have
Hold
never
on,
had it.
hold
We
on.
should not have
Wait,
racial
can
divide,
we
gender
stay,
divide.
Can we stay to one problem?
We should not have violence. We should not have people shooting each other because they can.
Your First Amendment right gives you the right to bear arms.
But that's not the right to kill
Now,
people.
hold on a second. To bear arms because we came out of a revolution that we were being suppressed as a nation.
Okay.
We became a nation after, as a people, and then we
Okay.
became, okay. So they made it so that you can bear arms to protect yourself. And then you had the Civil War, which a lot of people, do you guys know what the Emancipation Proclamation was? You know what it stood for? Okay, so you heard of it, but you don't know what it means. And Mr. Nykerk made me recite it in class, and I had to learn it. That's how I know it.
Okay.
Okay, Lincoln was losing the Civil War. He was losing. The North was losing the war.
Okay.
The South was kicking his butt at every turn. Robert E. Lee was a general not to mess with. And once he said, if you are a black slave and you come to the North, you can fight. You're a free man and you have to fight. You have to fight the South. And he gained a militia out of it. It was tremendous, the upheaval and everything, and they started to win the war. But Lincoln didn't do it because he wanted to free the slaves. He did it because he was losing the war. It ended up happening that they gave him the credit to do that. So it was an action with a reaction. It doesn't mean that he was doing it because I'm going to put this doctor around to free slaves. He did it because he was losing the war. This is what my history teacher taught me. Is it true? I'm beginning to wonder.
Is that
I
even
don't,
true?
I
This
don't
was
know.
your history teacher's
I
point
don't
of view.
know. I don't know if it's true. But he made me recite it. And I knew he was going to pick on me because I was new in the class. So I learned it. Inside out, I memorized it and everything
You
else.
still know it?
No. But the funny thing about this whole thing is going back to guns. Do you have a right to bear arms? Yes. Do you have a right to take my arms away? No, you do not. The definition of using the weapon is very different. You are giving entrusted a weapon to defend yourself. Running in that direction, your life is not in danger. Unless this guy cut a vein and he's running away from you, now it becomes a little gray matter. Is that defending yourself? If I cut you with a knife because I was going to rob you or whatever, and I miss, and you take out a gun and I run, do you have a right to shoot me?
Yeah.
In the back.
Not in the back.
What are you going to say? Turn around so I can shoot you in the front? I'm running. You shoot me in the back. Now, I cut you with a knife. This is an important part of the whole conversation. It is what they taught us when I was at the auxiliary police department. They taught us you're not allowed to shoot anybody from the back unless your life is in danger. And here comes the loosey-goosey definition.
What's in life in danger?
What does it mean? And until we figure this out, you're going to have mishaps, whether police, militia, military, innocent nun. A nun comes out with a gun, and she feels her life is in danger, and she shoots a man or a woman. Because she's a nun, you're going to take her word for it, aren't you? You're going to say God told her to do it. I mean, think about what you're doing, the way you're setting up the system
It's
right
true.
now, right?
Yes, you're 100, yes.
So before we can get to everybody should live together, we have to have a conversation and clear the rules.
Yeah, but we can't clear the rules because
Why?
people don't stop and listen to other people's point of views. And until you listen to somebody else's point of view, until you walk a step, not even a mile, take a step in somebody else's shoes, hear what they have to say and understand their past, where they came from, not what you see now, what their story is. Because you know what? Everyone comes to where they are now in life from where they were. It may be the past, but those past experiences make us who we are, good, bad, or indifferent. Take a moment and listen to somebody. See what they have to say. Just don't open your mouth. Just listen, because maybe we learn something.
Okay, I got
Maybe your opinion stays the same, but at least you've gotten a chance to say, you know what, maybe my way isn't 100% right. Maybe someone else has a valid point of view.
Okay, maybe everybody's wrong. Why don't we just start over?
But it's not right or wrong.
It is right or wrong.
Why? Who's to judge right or wrong?
Because you're not going to get anybody to pay attention to you unless it's a right
Well, maybe we change
at the
that.
end of the. Okay, so I got another scenario for you. I always wanted to ask this question. Beautiful woman walks down the street, and construction guys go, "Hey, mama, wow, looking good, la la la, and yada yada yada." Okay, one of two things happens. The woman doesn't like it because she's getting catcalls. Scenario número uno. Scenario número dos, she loves it because she says, man, I'm being noticed. They kind of like me. Okay? True or false? Does that happen? One of
Yes.
those two scenarios?
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Number one, are the men wrong for doing it?
Is
Oh,
that,
why is it tough?
I would.
And you got 5
Are they
seconds to
wrong
answer
for
this
doing
question.
it's not right or wrong. It's is that
Time
treating
is up.
No.
It's a yes or no answer. Were they wrong for doing it? That's a no right there. And they're not wrong for doing it, okay? I'm asking. I'm trying to listen. If you're going to debate this for 16 years, we ain't never going to get an answer. What do you say?
I don't think it's wrong, but I would feel uncomfortable.
You want to hear this?
I would feel uncomfortable.
Is it wrong for men to catcall a woman
Walking
when
down
she's
the
walking
street.
down the street?
It is, yeah.
It's
I
wrong?
feel like disrespectful because I'll be with my, like, I'll be with
Well, we're going to get to that. Don't let that
He
out
says,
yet.
yeah, it's wrong.
It's wrong. He said it's wrong because he probably had his girl one time on his arm, and I understand where he's going, but that's part 2 of the question. So you said it's wrong or no?
Yeah.
It's okay or no? It's not okay. And you say?
It's
Because
wrong.
you know me well. It's wrong. Now, that's the first scenario. The second scenario is she likes it. She feels good. You see the shoulders go up, and she gives the wink, and she's walking, and she's strutting now because she likes. Let me tell you something. Women love to be noticed. You get dressed to be noticed, right? That's what I was led to say. I got a sister, and she put on 4 hours of makeup. Now, why are you putting on 4 hours of makeup if you ain't want to get noticed? Oh, because I don't want to look ugly. I want to be Mrs. Beautiful. Okay, why? Why you just can't go out and not be Mrs. You? So, my question again, is it wrong if the man compliments that woman and she's strutting? Look it, 4 hours of makeup, baby. Look at me.
No, but can I actually throw a little twist in this?
No.
No, you cannot. You cannot. We're not asking your twisted mind to work.
Okay, in that case, no.
Okay, so the answer still is no for you. It's okay to do it.
Yeah, but if she's enjoying it, why not?
Okay to do it or no? Still no?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
No. Why? Because she put on makeup?
Because she wanted to look noticed.
If I walk down the street naked and that's what I choose to do, it's not okay for somebody to call me.
Really?
Oh, no, okay, that's
Yeah, it's a bit
that's,
extreme.
that's a gray area.
Is that great? That's okay?
I feel like what is that? They might feel that you, because you're walking out.
I love
That I want it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, if you're gonna ask for attention, you're gonna get it.
So that's the other side if I'm calling it.
Well, you're looking good. Are you calling it? This is the way I dress all the time. I'm Mrs. Papi Chula.
No, but there's some showstoppers though. Like not they come out naked, but you can see. Like,
What about the
You can see-
see-through dresses? And then they put the bandages here and there.
I don't know, I'm thinking about the models we had here on Friday.
Okay, now models, but check it out. A model makes a living by being looked at. She walks down the street. You saw this girl. I was looking at you that whole meeting because I didn't want to look in that direction because I was afraid.
wondering
with
during
me
that
two,
meeting
me
what
three,
that
and me
was.
four, they come all over
And,
me.
and you did. I was wondering what it's like to be you sitting in a meeting like that.
I didn't look at her.
Because as a woman, I can sit,
No,
I can look, I can talk, I cannot.
You can't do that. You can't do that anymore. Double R, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. No, you're not. You would be like, how
You
you
can't,
doing?
you gotta, you have to talk.
You'll be like this. Your windshields will be on her glass. How you doing? And I couldn't. I looked at Dawn that whole meeting. I looked at her maybe once when she smiled and laughed about the Tuesday show thing. Again, gray area, right? Now it gets real tricky. You ready for number 3? You walking down with your lady, because she looking good, and the guy does the cat call, because that's a lack of respect in the day. Guy walked up and says, yo, bro, we have an understanding. You don't do that when I'm walking on my way. That doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't happen anymore. Guys do it on purpose. They want you to fight because there's a gang of them. Look, she's looking at me. I'm crazy.
Seriously?
Because when I did have a girlfriend up in Boston, the guys,
They gawked her.
they always come in like a pack of like 3, 5.
Wow.
And they're like, ooh, you look good, mommy. But I'm like,
And she's right
first
next
of
to
all,
you.
You see me right next to her. So like, if you guys
Yeah.
want to do something.
In that case, it's wrong. If you're with a guy, then it's wrong.
But this is what's happening. This is what's happening. And this has been going on now since my kids were in high school. And they would get catcalls because there was a group of them and him walking with some girl, making him look small and they think they look big, okay? So here comes the spin. Then it becomes, no, it's not okay. Same scenario.
Oh, wait,
ain't the
it's
same.
okay? It's okay to catcall a woman if she's walking down the street alone, but it's not okay if she's with a guy?
That's right.
Oh, that's so wrong. It's not okay at all. Why if she's Valerie, please take a mic.
But do you know why? I'm gonna,
He's right in this.
but I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because it's going to erupt into a fight. So now the boyfriend takes out a gun and starts shooting people.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have catcalled in the first place.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll give you that. He said it was okay.
I mean, that doesn't mean it's right, but I can see why people or guys do it.
I can see why guys do it. The guys do it all the time.
No, I mean,
Now, but to defend the guys who do it, the women that walk down in that second scenario where she starts flexing her shoulders and saying, look at me, I'm all hotty-totty.
Was that any different than it being at a bar?
Okay, you go to a bar and you're drinking. Do you want a guy to come over and buy you a drink?
Is it okay if you're talking to someone, a guy comes up and he just puts his hand down your back and you're not even having a conversation?
Absolutely not.
And they just touch you?
yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Is it
Nobody
a-
has a right to touch you. Nobody.
Is it okay if they do it
No.
with a guy next
No.
to you?
No.
Can't do it at all?
No. Nobody has a right to put their fingers on any other human being.
that's a different.
Catcalling and touching are 2 different things.
Two different things. And if a guy comes over, like I knew a friend of mine, which ended our friendship actually, he used to go to places and he used to whisper something in the woman's ear. But it was something clean, that dress looks really, really nice on you, and then walk away. And I didn't think that was cool either because that's an invasion of that
Personal space.
personal space.
Yeah.
And he got so many digits on this line. It was ridiculous. So he got encouraged by the fact that people were saying yes.
Because some women, I guess, like that attention. Women like attention. Don't men like attention?
No,
Wouldn't you like to be walking down the street and a woman could say to you, Slick, man, you're looking really nice.
a group of women. Look at,
Well, you think Slick gets dressed like this because he doesn't want to be noticed? He's slick.
You love it when Mama Ali and all the ladies start saying, I love that chocolate chip cookie, baby.
Did you really just say that?
Yeah.
He's equally offensive to everyone.
I'm not being offensive. I'm being honest. The guy's a good-looking dude,
He is a good he's slick.
and his flavor.
When I'm up to par, ouch.
But the hat slick, when you walk down the street, your glasses, you have a look about you.
You have a presence about
He
you.
does.
I heard people that were watching the show were talking about it. There was a lot of attention going your way, and some of the things that you did, and people were talking about it. Now, guys love it. Some guys love it.
So it's okay for us to call out to guys
I never
to an extent.
I never liked that. Not that it happened in my life, but if it ever had,
Shall we call out to you when you walk down the street?
I didn't like that. I would feel really
You
uncomfortable.
hate attention.
I do. I hate attention. I sort of cringe on it because only bad stuff can come from it.
That's not true.
Yeah. This coming from Queen Attention Me.
It starts off with compliments. So like, if she compliments like what I have on, I'll be like, it'll be an easy icebreaker.
Slick. People want to see what you look like. They're writing in.
Me, I'm just wearing black, guys. This is nothing.
They're writing in. Marilyn Monroe, who kissed you, says, now I got to see Slick.
Now you take Marilyn Monroe.
She wants to see Slick.
She kissed me in the forehead. I didn't wash my forehead for 4 weeks.
I know.
And I visualize in the mirror and says, Marilyn really kissed me.
We have to have Camille on again. We need to
Now
bring
maybe
Marilyn back in.
if Marilyn would have said to me, hey,
You rub that spot on your head all the
all
time?
the time. Okay, I got it.
You think I hate attention?
I don't think you would know what to do with it. I think you would totally freak out if women came up to you and say, hey, coochie coochie. You would probably say, you'd probably have a meltdown, nuclear meltdown.
If a woman just say that, I'll probably blush.
Yeah.
You blush? You don't blush. You're so full of beans. He's acting like I'm Mr. Shy.
I think he is.
Mr. Shy. Get the hell out. This guy?
I think
Shake
he's
his hand and count your fingers.
not- No, I think he's.
Blushing like last Friday. Last Friday was a lot of.
It was a lot last Friday.
Why were you blushing?
Those models?
Because there was a model that came, and she was around the same height as me. Oh no, she was taller than me.
Oh, I noticed. I said to Slick, can you get, I don't know what it was I needed. I said, can you get me? And she walked in, the lady who was doing the show, and she's standing right next to Slick, and they're talking. And he froze. He didn't say 2 words. He didn't get what I asked him to. That was Lord God. He says, what? He goes to me, what?
Again, and I'm like, oh, okay. What did you say? I did freeze.
That was hilarious.
Marilyn says she used to catcall men when she was a teen. That's why she's Marilyn.
You see, and that's the other thing.
When Marilyn Monroe catcalls you, what do? You say, yeah.
If she cat calls me, I turn into a cat. Meow.
Right? That's what happens when Marilyn Monroe calls. When Eve Hutton calls, Marilyn calls. People listen.
I mean, that's the bottom line is you also have to look at who's doing the calling. You know, if there's a
Well, that's another side
if
to
there's
it.
a
If
pound
you
calling
like
you,
the
you
other
act like
side,
a,
who's-
no. If there's the pound getting the cat calls from the pound, I don't want that.
What about when a guy or girl, woman, buys you a drink? We can flip it because now women buy men drinks all the time when bars are open again.
I love it. I think it's the best thing in the world. I just go, attention, everybody in the room. She just bought me a drink. How you like me now? I got no problem with that. You don't like that?
No, I don't really see that often. The women buy men drink.
Well, I wouldn't buy you a drink.
Well, okay.
It happens actually
Damn.
a lot nowadays.
Hmm?
It happens a lot nowadays.
She's gonna buy me a drink.
Have you ever bought a man a drink? Wait, hold on. I got one for you. Have you ever bought a man a drink?
Yeah.
You have?
Yes.
Shyness,
Her?
you?
She's not shy.
Small talk and everything?
That's why small talk is so not her.
Now ask my ace crusader over here. You ever bought a guy a drink? Put your water down. You ever bought a guy a drink?
No.
You're so full of it. Man, I spoke to your sister. She told me you used
I
to
never
buy
bought a
drinks
guy a drink.
for guys all the time when you were at the university. The U. You know what the U stand
I
for?
never bought a guy
it was
a
me
drink.
buying drinks.
They always bought me drinks or
I
gave
heard
me
you
drinks.
never bought a guy a drink. You have never bought a guy a drink.
No. I have never initiated buying a guy a drink.
the hell does that mean, initiated?
I have never gone up to a, I mean, now maybe if we were on a date and I said I got this round, but I've never gone up to a strange man and said, let me buy
Did
you
you
a
ever
drink.
meet a guy that you said, really interesting? What did you do? What you used to walk by and sort of brush up against him?
Yeah, kind
Is
of.
that what you did? That's old school.
I'm old school though. You and I are old school. You forget how old school we are.
I was at a bar one time, and this lady decided to fix her hair behind me.
Now, would I wear
And
what I wore to get attention to get a drink? Pretty much.
Now, we're not going to go down that road because,
But that's no different than what we just had the conversation.
no, it's okay. So, and then if a guy catcalls you, you can't complain.
Right.
You want the attention. But you want his attention. You can hear everybody else's attention, right? Is that what happened?
Pretty much.
So she's standing behind me fixing her hair, and she does the perfume thing. She doesn't put any on her. It's all over in the back of my neck. And I said, what the? Is it snowing in July? And I said, what the? Excuse me. Oh, you're talking to me? How are you, Sandra? I'm like, really?
That's a good one though.
That's real old school though.
That is so old school. It has dust on
Are
it.
are there new ways to?
Yes.
There are.
What are some of
From
the new ways?
small talk over
Talking
there.
to you. Small talking to
She's
small.
not so small. I'm telling you,
And
that's
then
why
I
that name
find
does
big
not
talk.
fit her.
So what's the new way?
Well, you also have to remember I've been with the same guy since I was in like 10th grade. So the line that he used on me was we were reading, I think it was To Kill a Mockingbird in school or something. We had this assignment. And the line he used on me was, can I get your number so we can finish this assignment together?
That was the line?
That was
Well,
the
they
line.
were in high school,
We were
so
also
they
in
had
high
to finish
school,
the
so
project.
I guess that worked.
I got asked out on a date in high school. Now that you bring it up, and she was a real tall blonde, and she was going out with the captain of the basketball team. So she was a tall woman. She was like 6'1". She's a whole lot of lady, and I was in the back of a school bus when this went down, and I got so nervous, I stopped the bus and had a panic attack outside the bus. And I threw up outside the bus. This is a true story, I swear to God.
You.
I was in
Mr.
the back of the
Secure-
bus.
Mr. Suavemente? Oh, you're on the bus.
I was in the back of the bus. We went to see the basketball game, and she was dating the captain, and they broke up. So I guess I was a rebound. I was an easy mark at that time. I don't know what the hell happened. And she says, I really like you, yada, yada, yada. I got so nervous.
I feel like Freddie as a teenager is like a John Travolta movie.
Who? What? No, not John Travolta.
Am I right, Slick?
Not John Travolta. So I go to the front of the bus. I tell the bus driver, you gotta stop the bus. He says, what's the matter? I'm gonna throw up. And he stopped the bus. I got a panic attack. I ran around the bus. I threw up. I got back in the bus and sat in the front. I had never been so humiliated in my entire life. It ended my high school career. Never spoke to another woman again in high school.
Really? Wow, you, Mr.
That's my senior year.
Suavemente.
No, not at all.
Interesting.
But it goes to show you, some guys don't know how to handle it. A lady comes up to you and says, "Hey, I want to buy you a drink and dinner." And everything. What do you do?
Not like the drink. But
What do you do? Don't stutter. What do you do? Why are you stuttering?
she offers me a drink, I'm gonna have to take it.
You're gonna have to take it.
I'll take this. I'll be like,
I'm gonna have to take it.
I'm gonna be blushing.
Thank America. I'm gonna have to take it.
Thank you. You notice me.
I'm gonna be like, hey babe, let's go.
Has anybody ever said to you, I had a dream with you last night?
Oh.
Yes.
Anybody ever said that to you?
Yeah.
No, besides
That
my
line's
mom,
still
my mom
used?
says she has.
No, she said that to me.
Maybe she did.
Oh, that line.
Oh, let me ask you a question. If I say to someone, I had a dream about you, does that mean a sexual connotation?
Yes.
Yes.
Always?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Really?
And if you had like a fight in that dream,
Yeah.
it means it was really hot, baby. Really hot.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. The more fighting, the hotter.
If you have a dream about
Interesting.
somebody else of the opposite gender, it's about.
What
You
if
ever
it's
say
the
you
same
dream about
gender?
me, you and me gonna fight? That's all I gotta tell you.
What if it's the same? What if it's the same gender?
That's different.
What?
What if it's the same
It's
gender?
even worse.
Really?
Yes, even worse.
So I should never tell them that I had a dream about them, even if I did.
No. Not like that.
Really?
Not like that. So we were sitting in this dream having a spot of tea. Mm-hmm. A spot of tea.
A spot of tea in the tea with
spot of tea.
Dina.
That's right. You know what's in that tea, baby. That's all I'm saying. But I'm just saying that when you have those kind of dreams, and she said this to me, I was taking her to the doctor or something. And I looked over, I thought she was kidding.
You are so old school.
I said to her, was I any good?
Slip.
never forget
Sometimes I think you're like a whole other generation of old school. Is right? Well, I know he's
Who the
another
hell do you want me
generation
to
from
be?
you.
Young school? I'm
But
in my
I think of us
50s.
as like the same generation, but maybe we're not.
Because my brother's younger than you. He's my oldest, and he kind of thinks like you, but you're like you put another bar in old school.
That's why you're like John Travolta. You're like Staying Alive Part 3. You're like Saturday Night Fever again.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Who are you? Take off the mask. Oh, Renee.
Who is the woman behind the mask?
That's Renee.
Ah, okay.
How are you, Renee?
I'm good. I'm on.
This is the morning zoo. I'll be with you in about 5 minutes.
With you. At you.
With you. With you.
At you to you
Hey,
too.
listen, you want to hear a real New York accent, you talk to Renee.
I
That's a
hear.
New York accent.
I don't know if I've ever met her.
Well, I'm going
Huh.
to tell you something. Oh, man, his name no nut.
Watch out, baby.
That's right. Watch out, baby. That is pure, uncensored New York sound right there. So I got
And
to
there
say.
you have it. But yeah, you are just old school. You're on a whole nother level of.
Why am I old school? You know, I used to take.
And I look to Slick, because Slick gets me.
No, Slick don't get you. You want Slick to get you. Yeah, nobody understands you. Nobody. She wants to have that camaraderie, and you understand what I say, right? And she winks. You know what I say, right? And you have to say yes. I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
I know. I
They
spin
talk
this
to me
way,
afterwards.
You spin that way. I
Mhm.
know. I get you.
I used to take Freddie to the restaurants, right? So if I take Slick, I go have dinner, and Linda's here, and Freddie's there by himself. And I used to say, which waitress do you like? And he used to say, well, she's kind of cute. I said, excuse me, sir, can you bring that waitress over here? So my son just came in, blah, blah, blah. Can I get your digits so you can take him around, show me? Freddie got a date every place we went.
Well, I told you, I took my son out for dinner. He came home from college one weekend, and the waitress follows me into the bathroom. I just think she's going to the bathroom, but no, now the ladies' room becomes a way. She says, I think your son's really cute. Can I have his phone number? You think he'll take me out on a date? And he did. She didn't have a car. She only had a bicycle. So he picked her up. They went on a date. I don't know where they went. She was a waitress at one of the local restaurants. She followed me to the bathroom.
Did he put the bicycle in the car?
I don't know what he did with the bicycle.
You pedal and I'm gonna.
Isn't that funny?
That's hilarious.
I don't even know where he picked her up, but something with the bicycle. I know.
Have you ever had a woman follow you in the men's bathroom?
Oh no.
No.
I was caught in a woman's bathroom.
You were
I'm
caught in
pretty
the
su-
women's
I'm
bathroom.
pretty sure more than once.
No, not more. Just once. It was just one time.
Slick, Slick, you got Slick Speaks, but you got a lot of stories you should really be sharing.
Why don't you talk about this in your show? Bro?
Exactly.
Because it was, I mean, it's a funny.
Cause he's
story.
shy. Cause he's shy.
Me? You're right.
I was in White Plains, New York, in a restaurant with my ex-wife. I'm going to say one of them because I want to protect the innocent. And I go into the bathroom, and a woman walks into the men's bathroom, and she's standing next to me in the urinal. It's a female, blonde, beautiful, boom, boom, boom.
Did you use the urinal?
No, she's just standing there.
Okay.
So I look over and I said, "Can I help you?" She says, I don't mean to intrude. First of all, you're in the men's bathroom, and I know I'm in the men's bathroom. Okay, that came out. Your wife, the woman you're with, is that your wife? I said, yes, she's beautiful. Would she be interested in dating me?
Sorry, I tried to keep a straight face.
Okay.
And what did you say?
I said, why don't you come back to the table and ask her? Why are you asking me? Why are you in the men's bathroom? I got to finish my business here. She says, I know, but I had to get this out. So she waits for me outside. We go to the table. Michelle says, thank you. I love the
Forget
compliment.
protecting the innocent.
And she says, oops. And she says, but please go about your business and go away. But the funny thing is, she went into the men's bathroom.
Do you have a problem with women in the men's bathroom?
That's not the first time. I was on Atlantic Avenue. Women were coming into the men's bathroom
Because there's no line.
because there was no line, and there was a line around the block. So she says, I hope you don't mind, but I got to pee, and I don't care. I says, well, I hope you don't mind because I got to pee, and I'm going to be right next to you. She says, I don't care. You ain't got nothing I ain't never seen before. You ain't never seen mine. But
Is that
okay.
a thing? Like, do people get offended if you do that?
Of course.
I'm thinking at a certain age, it doesn't matter anymore.
Do you think it's fair for me to walk into the woman's bathroom and just stand there and urinate and watch? Urinate on the floor because everything is used
Well, I was
up in
going to
there?
say, in a ladies' bathroom, everything is stalled. So you would
so-
have to go into a stall, you
Yes.
close it, and you do your business. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
So if I have to wait outside the store, you won't have a problem?
No.
Really? And all the stores have doors?
Yes. In a
So I
women's
can walk
bathroom,
into
yeah.
a women's bathroom and I won't get arrested or nothing?
Well, you might get arrested. I personally would not have a problem with it.
How many women are going to get arrested for going into the men's store? Guys were in there handing out dollar bills. Woo, baby, come stand next to me.
I don't know, is all I can tell you. I don't have an issue with that.
Of
That's
course
why I
you don't.
think
You're a
that-
woman.
Yeah.
You rule the world. When you're ruling the world, you never have an issue. Guy goes into the woman's bathroom. 911, what's your emergency? I got a pervert in here. Boom, you're done.
You just got to do your business and go about, wash your hands and leave.
What if you got to
Wash your
do this
hands.
number two? A guy goes into a woman's store to do number two.
You got to bring something that smells a
And
little
sound effects
girl-like.
and the whole 9 yards that
Yeah.
come with it. Excuse me, ladies, I'm in here. Anybody want to hold hands?
You're so bizarre. and this is Freddie 101.
Welcome to the zoo, baby.
Welcome to Freddie's Zoo. Welcome to Freddie's Mind. That's a whole nother segment in itself. We're going to brain map you, mind. Mind map Freddie.
I'm doing this less speechless.
I'm going to bring Hector and we're going to do a mind map of Freddie.
Oh, no, not Hector. He scares me.
Hector's going to do an animation of Freddie's mind map. We got Slick Speaks coming up at 10:30. You have a guest coming in?
Oh, I did have a guest coming in, but he is coming in Tuesday, and I'm having an artist coming in this Thursday.
All right. So what's...
Tuning in to Slick
So you're doing Slick Speaks at 10:30.
Slick Speaks at 10:30, but it's gonna be more of a personal Slick Speaks.
Personal Slick Speaks.
Because I thought I was gonna have like a guy, because he built his computer from scratch, and I want to know how he did that through the pandemic. And basically, he's been
He ordered the pieces from Amazon.
live streaming kind of
I was
like.
gonna say, yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So, if you don't bring him today, we'll bring him back.
Coming next week, and I got an artist coming in Thursday.
You got
All
it.
right. Tune in at 10:30. Slick Speaks on 2020 Vision Network. We're coming out with that. We've got, I don't think there's Fuego today. I
No
spoke to
Fuego, no.
Claudia. No Fuego today. You got to go meet with New York over there.
Uh-huh. Take me a few
And
minutes.
12 o'clock, we've got Dignity Memorial joining us. We've got True to Myself with Marnie Goldman. And we've got Jay Farrow of the Farrow Law Firm, again, talking about corporate bullying and attorneys. So stay tuned, tune in. Let us know how we can help you share the love and be kind to each other. Wash your hands. Be safe.
And
we'll
as
see you in a
always-
little bit.
As always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can pick in every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light.